Hello everybody, welcome to me for one. Hi. We are watching Project Fear, what are we watching? We're watching the Hinsdale House, which is a haunted house in New York. I, quite frankly, don't know a lot about the Hinsdale House. I know enough about it. I have previously spoke to somebody. Who have I spoken to from the Hinsdale House? I've spoken to the owner of the Hinsdale House to attempt to arrange an interview for the TEPIS podcast, and it fell through. He wasn't available at the same time I was, and vice versa, because time differences to New York to England are a bit rough. So yeah, it never ended up happening. I might see if I can reignite the spark, maybe get him on the drip pod. But yeah, the Hinsdale House is one that I've heard about a lot. Don't think I've seen much happen there. I don't remember seeing a whole lot of stuff. I will just double check. Let's have a quick look. See if Hinsdale House. I don't think I've done anything with this before. Have Sam and Colby been there? If they have, I haven't seen it. No, I don't think so. Ghost Files, which is formerly known as BuzzFeed Unsolved, have been there. They are the only one I think that I've seen that have been there. So yeah, I'm going to jump right into this because, you know, why not? So let's put it full screen. This is Project Fear at the Hinsdale House. So we'll watch it, we'll see what we think. I'm just going to turn the volume down because it's going to deafen everybody. Let's put it about 40%. I want that on an even number. There we go. Yeah, about 40%. So you'll be able to hear it. I'll be able to hear it. I'll turn it up if there's anything worth listening to. You'll be able to hear it anyway, but you know, if you really need to hear it, it will be loud. And yeah, let's see what they get at the Hinsdale House.
Dude, I'm really scared up here. I don't like this at all. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. Is there something out here?
Demon!
Beware.
Every time we say the E word, the REM pod goes off.
Exorcism.
Oh my god, they're behind us! That was a good intro. I'm intrigued. They've got my attention.
Alright, what is up, guys? Okay. Wow, we just got done with the Conjuring House last night. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. What we experienced there was mind-blowing.
I haven't.
That's the only way I
so
can
I'll add that
describe
to the
it. But
list.
unfortunately, we don't have that luxury to sit around and think about it right now, because today it is my location pick, and we are about to go on a 7-hour drive from Rhode Island all the way up to Hinsdale, New York. I'm taking everyone to the infamous Hinsdale House. Every inch
exciting.
of this property is soaked with blood. It trumps every other location that we've been to on the scale of just the tragic history that has happened on this land and at this house. There's going to be a lot of anxiety tomorrow, and honestly, I don't think I'm even prepared for this location. So we got a long drive ahead of us, so we got to get on the road.
Muted. Good. Let's go.
Oh, this is gonna suck, dude. I can't believe
good evening.
this trip already.
Welcome.
No, we have to drive 7 hours now.
No, we talked to our dead relatives yesterday.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Alright, update. You got healthy snacks and bad for you
Good God,
snacks.
can you
Come
focus,
on,
please?
autofocus. You're being a shit. What'd you get?
I got spicy chips,
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
spicy chips,
Oh yeah.
2 Celsiuses,
Oh yeah.
and
know what that
a Snickers protein bar.
Snickers
What'd you
protein
get,
bar.
What'd you get?
I got flaming hot Cheetos,
Yep,
ranch bugles, and a cheese
don't know
Danish.
what that is.
Nice, Alex.
Yeah, very good options, very good options.
So I got this.
I think this before investigations would be pretty good. My computer's telling me it's lagging. No, it's not. No, it's changed its mind. Good. What did she
Like
get?
fruit stick thing, some protein puffs, and some beef jerky.
Beef jerky, but what about the beef jerky? It's Jack Link's Doritos flavored.
Okay.
Spicy what? Spicy sweet chili Doritos beef jerky. That is a fucking mouthful, and I kind of want it because I quite like beef jerky. But yeah, I think this kind of stuff before investigations would be good.
Jack Link's times Dorito. Finally, we are living in the future.
Just a little bit
We're
less
all
American.
eating healthy and shit.
You're wrong.
We're going to New York.
Do Americans need that written on their mirrors? Oh, hang on, wait, no, I've been pranked. Is that different? Wait. No, yeah. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. I feel like that's obvious.
We're going to New York. That's all we know. Somewhere upstate, middle New York.
Upstate New York. Classic.
It's raining. Should be snowing, but it's raining. How's everyone feeling? Feeling ready after that crazy night the other night?
I am drained. I need an energy drink.
I've not seen the
I've already had a
previous
coffee
investigation
and an energy
yet.
drink.
We're gonna die of heart attacks, folks!
Me up with your loud voice.
Welcome. Good morning.
It's been like 5 hours since we recorded last, but we're still driving.
This drive sucks. I'm so tired.
Getting to the locations is one of the worst bits,
Any thoughts
especially
on where
when they're
we're
quite a
going
distance away.
Upstate New York.
The only thing I could think of was Amityville is in New York.
Probably the White House.
The White House.
The White House is the only famous house that I know right now. I'm brain dead. I gotta be honest, dude. This has been a long ass drive.
To be fair, getting there I don't normally mind because I can fall asleep on a coach for quite a while. One of you actually has to be conscious and driving. I think the worst one for me to get to, weirdly, was the closest one, which was the Ram. Because I could get to, like, a nearby town, but because the Ram is so kind of just in the middle of nowhere, to get from the train station in the nearby town to the Ram was, like, an annoying distance that was too far for a bus. And it was like a 30 quid Uber. Which was an arse. Whereas, like, the other ones, Haprica was fairly easy to get to, all things considered for me. I could just train into Hinckley. And even 30 East Drive, I could get a train to Pontefract. I don't want to ever get a train to Pontefract again, but, you know, we're going to go to Pontefract again. I don't want to ever go near Pontefract again. It's not even for the ghosts and the demons in the house. It's for the fucking reprobates that live in Pontefract.
Today, are we just chilling? Are we just driving? Are we going to the haunted location tonight?
There's no way we're doing a haunted location after this drive, guys. Don't worry about it. It'll probably already start to get dark, so we should probably read the packet and find out where we're going.
Here we go.
Okay.
Time to read the packet.
You guys ready?
No.
Is this
This
an
house is
Airbnb?
definitely not it, right?
No, this is not it. This is our Airbnb. I
Okay.
don't know if this place is haunted. Didn't look into it before I booked it.
It's creepy because we all knew we had to go to the Conjuring, but starting this point on with the trip, it's completely up in the air. No one knows where the rest of the trip is taking us.
No, I mean we.
I am
just
watching this road
drove.
trip backwards because, as you will have probably seen, I haven't actually uploaded it yet. So if you weren't here, you won't have. I did watch their follow-up for this one, which was the Villisca Axe Murder House, where they got some really quite incredible EVPs that kind of freaked me the fuck out and were just really good. I feel like I'm shrinking. That's better. And then I think they ended this road trip with the Sally House, the house where there's a demonic girl who might not be a girl. And I think they've also, in amongst this, possibly did the investigation with Sam and Colby and Joe Rogan of Bobby Mackey's Music World and The Conjuring House, which is the episode before this I haven't seen.
7 hours.
Are you guys tired?
Oh yeah, I'm dead right now. I'm so exhausted. But now I have a little bit more energy because I want to know where we're going.
I mean, I can just show you guys right now.
Let's do it.
So, that's for you, Dak.
Okay.
That is for you. And I can take that camera now.
Here we go. New York. What's haunted in New York? The Hinsdale House. Located in the rural countryside of upstate New York,
Nice
one
little house.
might never guess that a decrepit farmhouse tucked away in the woods of Hinsdale has become known as one of the most notoriously violent and haunted locations in all of the state. But it is not just the house that is said to be haunted, but the entire massive property and woods surrounding it are said to have an oppressive negative energy and a history to match.
So it's tucked away in the woods.
Tucked away in the woods,
Wouldn't be
great.
a haunted house if it wasn't, I guess.
Yeah, from what I remember of the Hinsdale house, the grounds, the surrounding area are really creepy. Like I said earlier, I don't know a lot about it. I did do a very small bit of research when I was meant to be interviewing Daniel Clace? Obviously not enough research to know how to pronounce his name, but he is good friends with Nick Groff. And like I say, I sort of lined up an interview with him, but it fell through. But yeah, he owns the Hinsdale house and is kind of the driving factor behind its reputation now. He very much promotes it. He very much invites other teams there to investigate it. You know, he's kind of quite prominent within the community. I think they're also trying to restore it, which is why I get a lot of emails, because I think they possibly were at some point looking for donations. I might be wrong though.
Tucked away in the woods.
Okay, Squidward. You do like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Tucked away in the woods.
It is said that the land on which the house is settled on was the site of a Native American massacre, where almost 10,000 Native Americans were killed for this land. 10,000? Like, we've been to haunted locations that have had over 100 years of history and did not have anywhere near as much death as that.
I mean, that
That's a
is the
lot.
bulk of the death, but that is just one layer of the history of death at this location and that land.
Legend indicates that after this massacre occurred, the land surrounding was deeply cursed. Many people believe this curse opened up a gateway through which other dark entities could have attached themselves to this doomed property. The house was built
I feel like places in England don't have this level of like aura to them. Like, obviously you've got the Ancient Ram Inn, which, yeah, it's got some demons and it's pretty creepy. But, like, I don't know, I just feel like there's not... I guess it's because we don't have as much open land. Like, this is a tiny cabin, essentially, in the middle of fucking nowhere. Whereas, as much as the Ram is kind of secluded and, you know, in the middle of nowhere, it is still in a busy town near a major city. So, yeah, maybe that adds to it.
in 1853 by the Everett brothers, a homicidal duo who would entrap passerby by luring their stagecoaches off of the main road, where they would then rob and murder their victims and temporarily discard their bodies in a crawl space before they would eventually be buried on the property.
How have I not heard this before? Like,
Everett brothers? That's crazy. I didn't know about that either. Like almost a duo, a serial killer duo.
Pretty much. I mean, they would lure them off of the main road and just kill them, take all their stuff that was in their stagecoaches and wagons, and then bury them in the woods after they would store them for a while.
To try and validate this story, the
Pretty
current
crazy.
owner hired a ground-penetrating radar team to survey the property, who did in fact find multiple bodies buried on the property. Whether or not these were murder victims or not is up for debate, considering that this is not the only story of death on these lands. So, like, they don't know if these bodies were the Everett brothers' victims, but they still found bodies. In another story of a brutal murder on the property, a heated argument about religion, ironically between two different brothers, bore shocking and tragic results. The conversation became so volatile that one of the brothers raised his shotgun and killed his brother in cold blood.
No way. What
mean,
kind
that's
of
pretty
argument
graphic.
could you possibly...
That is pretty graphic, I will say. Like shooting your brother with a shotgun. I don't have a brother. But if I did have a brother, I can't imagine I would pump a shotgun into his face. Generally, that is frowned upon. So, yeah. But that's got to be a hell of an argument about religion as well.
We have
Even-
to get to a point where you shoot your own family.
Especially over religion.
Another story of an untimely and grisly death that unfolded on the grounds is that of a young boy who lived in the house. He was messing around with his father's buzzsaw when the blade snapped off, hitting him in the head and killing him instantly.
Way.
Well, that's
My
not
gosh.
ideal.
That's just a tragic one.
I feel like all
Yeah,
of the
a little
deaths
bit.
are like really intense, like really extreme. It's usually like somebody passed away from some kind of natural cause, but these are all gross ways to die or be
Agreed.
killed.
I mean, if you take the Native American part out of it, which is already wild, but like the Everett brothers, that energy from these victims being there, like, it's gonna be disgusting. These are like serial killers.
The most notable story that would ultimately make this house famous and caught the attention
This
of
is the one I care
headline
about.
news around the county was that of the Dandy family. Some
Who were
people
they?
still refer to the Hinsdale House as the Dandy House because of the extreme encounters the Dandy family experienced during their short time there. Of course, it's the Dandy family.
Right?
It's like the happiest name ever.
Ugh.
Almost immediately after moving into the century-old farmhouse in the early 1970s, the family began experiencing extremely negative encounters. The idea that they'd finally found their dream home in the country was soon replaced by confusion and fear. Within days, they began to experience strange paranormal activity that only continued to grow worse as time went on. Most often, the phenomena would manifest in the form of mysterious phone calls and a variety of poltergeist activity. Sometimes, the family would even hear chanting emanating from the nearby woods.
Oh.
Now, chanting feels kind of instinctively like it might link back to the previously mentioned Native American burial ground that this house is apparently built on. Because I feel that Native American tribes and, you know, that sort of community and that sort of people would probably be more likely to be chanting, invoking spirits, and generally engaging in more Native American sort of activity. So I could see that being where that, you know, chanting has come from in terms of the spirits.
Oh.
And what's weird about this too is like the time they would have lived there, it would have been all like landlines. It's just, it seems more bizarre.
Almost more personal.
Yeah, it's more personal, exactly.
Dude, they need to make a movie on this. Like, we haven't even finished half the packet, but it already sounds more scary than The Conjuring House.
As much as they tried to chalk these events up to overactive imaginations, it was hard to deny that something sinister was at play. The incidents became increasingly intense. Full-bodied apparitions could be seen, both of a woman in white, as
really
well
like
as
the B-roll
bizarre
shots they're using here.
animal-human hybrids.
What?
As
was that?
well as bizarre animal-human hybrids.
What?
Human.
Also, again, links back to Native American spirits. The Skinwalker, don't know why I said it like that, but the Skinwalker was obviously said to, or is said to be, a Native American spirit that has the ability, or some sort of ability, to shapeshift, taking on the form of an animal. Possibly the Wendigo as well. I always get them mixed up. We've done podcasts on them. We've done like multiple things talking about them. Still can't get them right. But yeah, that feels, again, animal spirits and the connection between man and beast, the shape-shifting between man and beast. It's all very Native American themed and feels very native.
What does that even mean?
I mean, dude, now knowing kind of what an elemental is from the Conjuring house, it's got me thinking that that's probably a very similar creature-like entity that's haunting the forest in this house.
Dude, this is so weird because, you know, at the start of the trip, how we like kind of talked about our house growing up and some of the things we experienced. Well, before my dad bought that property and built the house, he had local hunters come to him and tell him, do not live in there, do not buy this property. He was told about these hunters going in the woods at our house and seeing these animal hybrids. And I thought that was crazy.
I have not heard of those types of stories, or I've actually never heard of another place that had this before.
This is like really, I thought The Conjuring was hitting home, like this is hitting home.
One of the more frightening stories the family would go on to tell was of a night when they noticed a group of strange faces staring in their windows.
Oh, yikes.
Well,
Bro,
that would
hold on.
I mean, that would shit me up. Obviously, sat in your living room looking out the window, have a little peek. Demon. Or, well, face, but probably a demon. I'd put money on demon. No, would not be a fan of that at all.
And it gets creepier. However, when Mr. Dandy ran outside to chase away the trespassers, the faces reversed and were then peering back at him from the inside of the house.
Oh, I got chills all through my body on that one.
So he's outside.
Sees the faces like out a window, runs
That's
outside,
creepy.
looks back, and they're inside his house.
Creepy. That reminds me of the oh god, I can't remember the name now. Jordan, if you're still here, remind me of the thing we did a podcast on the other week. The goblins, the Hopkinsville, Hop something or other. We did a podcast the other week on the Drip podcast over on Duty Rhino, as a YouTube channel. And we spoke about, might have even been this week, I can't remember. We spoke about goblin type creatures and little mischievous, goblin-y UFOs basically. They were aliens supposedly, and some Americans from Texas or Kentucky or somewhere in America. I genuinely can't remember which. Yeah, that one. Hopkinsville. They had a shootout with them, and we tell the full story, and we talk about the full story over on the podcast, so go watch that. But that, I think, had a similar bit of faces peering in through windows, and I'm sure there was a bit in there about somebody going outside and the face then looking back out from the window, but I might be misremembering that bit. But strongly recommend going and checking out that episode of the podcast if you haven't already. That's kind of the vibe. This entire thing, the entire visual of this episode so far with the Hinsdale House is giving me the vibe that I'm sort of imagining for the Hopkinsville attack.
Oh, I'm so uncomfortable all of a sudden.
I'm surprised I've never seen that in a movie. That's so
That's
scary.
what I'm saying. Is like
They
that
need to do a movie on this.
Let's do a movie.
Let's do a movie.
All right, we're not going tomorrow. We're start scripting this out.
Yeah, we're not gonna upload this video until we're done with the movie.
It was at this point that the haunting began to turn violent. Objects began levitating around the house, and at one point a lamp from the living room threw itself at one of the Dandy daughters. The last straw came when Mr. Dandy experienced a state of amnesia. It was at this point in...
I'll go back and listen to the actual important bits in a second. I can't take the fact that his name is Mr. Dandy and the Dandy daughters seriously as like a genuine threat and horrific experience, because it's quite funny.
Exorcist, when Mr. Dandy experienced a state of amnesia. It was at this point an exorcist, a priest from St. Bonaventure University, was called in to exorcise the home while the family...
Don't know why I looked at my wall then as if that was going to have the American states and American city on it. Maybe I do actually need a touchscreen or something there, so that I can like maneuver the map. I don't think I have room for... I mean, I could buy a touchscreen monitor, attach that there, wire it into my PC. Do I need 3 monitors though? Yes, a little bit.
Family and team of paranormal researchers were present. According to those present, the paranormal activity became the strongest it had ever been. Lights in the house were turning on and off, unexplained banging and screaming filtered through the walls, and a terrible sense of an evil presence drifted through the home. Unfortunately, the exorcism did not work, and after a few days of calm in the house, the activity ramped up again, finally forcing the Dandy family to move just 16 short months after moving in.
This all happened in 16 months.
Like, to have all of those incidences happen within a year and a half, not even, like, that's gonna traumatize a whole entire family for life.
Yeah, that's a lot to happen to during an exorcism. Like, that's almost proof right there that this is demonic. This is something very evil.
I honestly feel really bad for the Dandy family. It's like all of these tragic events that were like other people's doing ended up being something that they had to end up dealing with.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
And imagine, like, you're putting all your money, all your finances into getting a house, and within a year, you're trying to get it exercised, and you want...
Yeah, that would be horrific. You've just bought a house. Like, you've just gone out of your way, you've gone through the whole house buying process. You have a house now, congratulations, move in. Everything's lovely, you're enjoying your new house, you're settling in, you know. Everybody says the whole settling process of a new house. I think that's when the little things, like things moving, you would almost ignore because it's kind of it's just that new house kind of experience. I remember moving into this house and, you know, you do the initial... before you've actually fully moved in, you may go stay there before the furniture's there, for example, which is what we did here. And I remember this house being empty, and it's just such a different experience. But then, then little fucking faces start peering back in through your windows and then back out from your windows when you go outside, and it's like, I don't think I'll be dealing with that, thank you very much. But at that point, do you take the risk? Like, because this is your house then. You have to then find a new house and go through the entire process again. I guess back in the day when you would buy a house outright and buy the land, and I guess generally in America it's a bit different. But if that happened in this country, like, you'd have to go back through and, like, do all the mortgage stuff again. There is no easy, I don't like it here, I'm going to move back out sort of approach to it.
Want to move.
For people that didn't grow up in a haunted home, like, it does have the capability of like tearing families apart. Mm-hmm. These things are real. I actually think that hauntings are personally more prevalent inside people's homes. It's such an intimate place, and I just really do feel bad that they had to deal with all that. Yeah, it'd be a pain in the ass.
Well, I mean, if you believe in like the religious version of...
If the ghosts are that bad that they're making you want to move out of your house, again, a house that you presumably saw as potentially a forever home and imagined yourself building a family and, you know, growing old in, there's got to be something serious forcing you out of that. Which adds a lot of credibility in my eyes to the paranormal, because if you hear this a lot, that people have given up their dream homes, given up their homes because of the activity happening, and that just adds credibility to ghosts and to the paranormal. Because there's something physically making these people give up their dream house. And, you know, that's not something that you would do on a whim, or because, maybe there's a ghost. Like, surely to give up your dream house and to give up essentially your future and throw everything in the air, you've got to have something concrete. You've got to be confident and sure.
Demons, like, it makes more sense that they're gonna haunt a house where there actual are living people, where it can really do damage, than some abandoned building. Like, what's the point of a demon being in an abandoned building? Like, maybe some abandoned places obviously have it because there's so many people going in and out, but like, a house makes a lot more sense for something this dark.
It's no wonder, with its murders, wronged natives, reported demonic presences, centuries of strange occurrences, and ultimately a botched exorcism, that to this day, visitors claim that the dark energy never left the property, and some even claim that the house sits directly on top of a vortex, which enhances the paranormal activity. I can believe that.
Yeah.
That's so many different things, and like,
sounds plausible.
Especially with a failed exorcism, because now it's gonna think that it has power over anything that's trying to stop it.
Dude, how crazy is it that, like, these Native Americans had this land, a bunch of settlers come in and massacre them, right? But like, to even make it worse, the men who end up ultimately settling there are freaking serial killers. Like, I feel like the Native American spirits there are maybe responsible for a lot of this, but rightfully so. Like, anyone who comes in there is instantly deemed a trespasser. They killed thousands of us. Like, we're gonna do everything we can in the afterlife to terrorize and ruin their lives.
People who have investigated the Hinsdale House have been met with negative energy almost immediately after entering through the front door. The current owner of the house has placed security cameras throughout the home and has captured full body.
He has, yes. I follow them on Facebook or YouTube, where he regularly posts clips and footage from inside the house of shit happening when there's no one around.
Bodied apparitions. It is thought that the property
whoa, right, hold the fucking phone here. Are these actual full-bodied apparitions caught on camera from the Hinsdale house? Because we're going to have to go through and look at these one by one. Okay, what's this? That is some... I'm going to look at this screen because I can actually see it clearer for some reason. That is some... I don't see a leg. I don't see a leg going up the stairs. Yeah, no, don't like that. If I caught that in my house, I would be less than thrilled. Yeah, no. I kind of want to know what came before that, though, because I assume this camera captured video, not just stills. So I'd be intrigued to see what led up to that.
It is
What's this? I mean, I can see something there. It's kind of just a smoky blur. There's nothing solid. There's nothing concrete.
But the property.
What's that? Oh, creepy shadow man. Yeah. Yeah, that's a creepy shadow man. Yeah. No, yeah, don't like that. Fuck off.
Maybe even...
Who's that? I mean, there was a discoloration in the corner of the window, which could be a mess, could be a person. There's definitely something there that's making the two layers of darkness appear different. Again, reminds me of Jordan's video. Oh god, I can't remember which one it was now. Was it the Navy? No, not Navy, the other one. RAF base, where there was something moving in the corner of a window. Again, windows are creepy. Seeing something in a window is fucked.
Been more haunted than the house itself.
One thing that the owner was kind of stressing to me is that one of us should spend some time on the property experiencing the outside, because the entire property, like it says, is probably more haunted than the inside of the house.
Most active areas
they keep just saying the owner. I want them to actually show Daniel.
The living room / Beth's room.
Okay.
This part of the house, which is now the living room, used to be a bedroom when the Dandies lived there. One of the daughters, Beth, would be awakened in the middle of the night with an urge to look out the window. When she did find the courage to peer outside, she would oftentimes see a woman dressed in white roaming around the property. This is also where the botched exorcism took place.
Okay, right. Let's just get that off the screen so I'm not fucking Blackpool Illuminations over here. So she'd wake up in the middle. She'd be awoken in the middle of the night from her slumber. She's asleep. That's dead, but you get the principle. She's asleep. I've awoken from my slumber. Now I'm going to go, let's look out the window. Peek through the blinds, woman in white. No. Fuck that. No, and no.
Mary's room, located on the second floor.
No, on principle, if somebody told me that they had a sudden urge in the middle of the night to get up and look out their window, then that would be weird. If someone told me they were doing that and saw a woman in white prowling around the place, no. Fuck that. I don't like women in white, as you can probably tell. Generally, the idea of creepy fucking demonic women standing, like, just in the distance, looking at you, is a no-go. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night, and I'll think, I heard a noise from my garden. Shall I look out my bedroom window and see what's happening? My back garden and the general area behind the back of my house doesn't have any light. So at night it's pitch black. Used to have a street light, that broke, no one fixed it. Still broke. And so I sometimes hear noises and I go, no, I'm not going to look outside. Because I will look into the darkness and think I'll see someone stood there, and that'll be enough to make me go, someone's going to burgle me. So I'll just sleep through the noises now. Much safer.
One of the Dandy daughters stayed in this room.
Me.
It is believed that when she was staying here, she was going through the early stages of a demonic possession. Her family moved her into Beth's room and nailed the door shut to try to keep what was inside trapped. Today, people can still feel the evil presence in this room, and for some strange
did Dakota just
Beth's
say
room and nailed it with demonic possession. Her family moved her into Beth's room and nailed the door shut to
They moved her into the room and nailed the door shut.
Try to keep what was inside trapped.
To keep the demons or whatever inside. That's fucked.
People can still feel the evil presence in this room, and for some strange reason, hordes of insects seem to flock into this area of the home.
That's
the second.
Again, so common for demonic, alleged demonic activity and possession is insects appearing sort of out of nowhere and just being dead. Like, that's a really common thing, is flies and bugs, cockroaches, spiders. Just, I think flies is the big one.
Floor bedroom. This bedroom on the second floor is said to be haunted by the spirit of a little boy. They believe the spirit to be that of the boy who was tragically killed by the buzzsaw. People who have stayed here have captured chilling EVPs in the closet, where it is said the boy likes to spend his time. Dude, the second floor is a lot of creepy stuff.
The kitchen.
You said it, not me.
That's fantastic.
Okay. The kitchen. Motherfuckers. This is where the owner has captured multiple full
What's that? Oh, that's the same thing again. Don't know what that is. Don't know if it's a ghost.
bodied apparitions.
Well, okay. That is just B-roll footage. I was about to say that is taking the piss, but no. This is not a picture taken by the owner. I think I will suggest that might have been poorly edited and might be slightly misleading to those of us trying to actually look at these images.
This is where the owner has captured multiple.
That's the thing. She said multiple, so I was expecting a second one. This is not a second one.
Full-bodied apparitions and shadow figures walking around, and even walking
That's a second one.
all the way up the
So, see, if we've got that walking all the way up the stairs, I want to see the rest of it.
staircase. An apparition walking all the way up the staircase? No, thank you. The property. Said to be even more haunted than the house itself. This is the site of the Native American massacre, and the bodies of potential murder victims have been found. It is common to see the apparitions of the Native American
That's a cool
spirits
shot, showing her shadow
walking
watch.
near the pond and in the forest. Many claim that a dark entity also lingers in the forest surrounding the house.
Oh man, this haunted house tour has definitely been eye-opening.
Yeah, it's weird. Some of the smallest things are packing the biggest punches so far.
This is incredibly dense with all dark things. There isn't like anything in here that I'm like, oh, I hope I run into.
The only thing so far that sounds like it might be okay and not like demonic or terrifying or evil or crippling is the little boy who took a saw blade to the face. He sounds chill. Like he sounds like just a kid who has unfortunately passed away and whose spirit is now stuck here. But he's potentially stuck here with all these fucking demonic fucks. And they don't sound like fun to me.
To that ghost.
No.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
Like, dude, I almost popped your face off.
I know, and I really got scared.
He did well there. That was good.
To that ghost.
No.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
Like, dude, I almost popped your face off.
I know, and I really got scared.
That was a
I scared
weirdly
her, though.
instinctive reaction.
Comment below how freaking funny that was.
That was sick. High five.
Okay, let's
Here
get
we
to
go.
the ghosts.
We got some sleep, and now we're loading out. We're gonna get in the car and head to the house. The Hinsdale house. The Ashley Tisdale house. I'm
Ashley
kidding.
Tisdale?
I'm kidding. She's hot. Was hot.
Dude, you guys are not ready for this.
No,
She might
not
still
ready
be.
for this.
I can't say I've checked.
I just got scared.
Okay, we're going there.
We are 5 minutes away.
Feels like we're in the middle of freaking nowhere.
What a way to start the night. It started raining, and we have the entire Hinsdale house to ourselves.
Dude, what the frick? We really are in the woods
That's what
now.
I'm saying. Like,
This is
no
terrifying.
street lights, no nothing. We're just driving into the black abyss of all of these woods. And it's so far away from the main road. Dude, you can't even see it. It's so dark
Go
out.
off IR for a second just to show you this drive up.
Oh,
Look
fuck
at
that.
this. Can't see anything out there.
When you can't find the house, you know you're in the middle of freaking.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it.
What?
That's it.
Wow.
Came out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well,
There it is.
All right.
who's? I assume the owner's here then, because there's a car here
Go
already.
something.
All right, you
lights
guys
are on.
ready?
No.
Now
Are we going to get to finding
Never.
your Dan?
We're gonna go in. Say hi to Dan.
Yes,
Hey.
Dan.
Hello.
Hi!
Where is he?
Holy cow!
What's up, dude?
I can't believe you're in here by yourself.
That's why I'm on the porch. Yeah. It's the only
Why
safe zone.
is Dan here? Lovely Dan. We like Dan. Why has Dan not been a guest on my podcast? Very disappointing. Need to see if I can reignite that because it was very close. We arranged dates.
Any
and they
warnings
fell
for
through.
us?
I will warn you guys. If you start feeling suppressed, if you start feeling like you're engaging with something that's negative in nature, I would kind of try to move on from that, like move away from that. Because
That was mainly it fell through mostly because I couldn't work out the time difference, and yeah,
it does just
the whole
come
thing.
out of the blue.
Oh, I'm nervous for this one. I feel like the house itself will be scary, but whoever has to go walk the property too is not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, you're probably not going to be able to sleep outside tonight, but
Yeah.
I will tell you that it was originally 100 acres. I have 10 of them right now. I actually have a neighbor that helps me right down the road that's experienced stuff down by her property as well. Now I've got to know a lot of my neighbors, and a lot of them experience stuff. Just they call this place the Enchanted Mountains.
Okay.
I'm like really weirdly, excitedly scared about this.
Me too.
It's a good feeling to have.
Yes.
I hope we have a good night. I have a feeling we're gonna have a really good night.
Oh god, we're spending the night in another haunted house. Let's go get our stuff.
Let's go.
Dan has left, so it is just us four now on this entire property in this house alone. You guys ready to go into the house for the first time?
I think so. I don't know.
Let's do
this
it.
feels terrifying.
After you, leader.
Oh, leader, huh?
Yeah, it's your location. Because if you get murdered right away, it's good for us to not be there.
Don't even do that.
We're coming in. Get ready for us, okay?
Whoa. It looks so bright in here, but it's literally because there's night vision lights everywhere.
Of course,
We
yeah.
just show the.
They've got the CCTV, so everything looks bright because of the night vision. There's a lot of merch that, again, they used to fund the restorations, but
The audience really quick. Like, that looks like a bright light in there, but it's just an infrared light.
Honestly, I think we should just get a feel for the place, kind of get our bearings.
What room is that?
Michael's room.
Michael's room?
Yeah, he was one of the dandies. He passed away, but apparently his spirit still comes back here.
This is little.
It's a very small room.
It's another one of these places where people, not litter, what's the word? Kind of graffiti and put their names on the places. I think the only place we have done that is Haprica. But I believe they let us write on the door. I think Jordan wrote on the door. And there is a TEPIS, there's a TEPIS Paranormal business card that I left in the windowsill of the Ancient Ram Inn. So hopefully that's still there. And I am intending to take one to that East Drive when we eventually go back.
So there's a night vision light above their head. Once again, that's a night vision light. That's what we're seeing with our naked eye right now. We are actually in the dark. Is there anybody here? We're gonna be in this house
I don't know how they actually got that far into the house with no lights. I guess they had torches.
All night until the sun comes up. Can you let us know that you're here?
Can you walk around for us? You can tap on Dakota's shoulder if you're here.
Michael, can you walk into your room?
You're very well known for scaring people out of here. Families who've lived here, visitors today. Can you scare us out of here?
Do you want to have a conversation? Should we go check out some other parts of the house?
Yeah, keep exploring.
Yeah, nothing so far, but again, they are just doing the early stages calling out. So I assume it will get
Really hard to see.
more involved as they start bringing out gear and equipment.
We're coming up.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is so freaking creepy.
I'll tell you what really is weird, and it's something I've noticed in a lot of sort of older houses that I've watched them do investigations of, is a lot of older houses obviously didn't have the didn't have the room for like balconies and walkways and landings. So a lot of older houses you would go. Fair question. You would go up the stairs.
Oh my gosh, this is so freaking creepy.
I guess the balloon is for someone to, for like they can ask the spirits to move the balloon, and it's light, so it would be movable. Which isn't a bad idea. Might take a balloon with me next time. Anyway, going upstairs. A lot of older houses, you walk straight up the stairs, and as you get to the top of the stairs, there's just another room. Like you normally, the top of the stairs is a room. In the Villisca Axe murder house, they got to the top of the stairs and were in the parents' bedroom. In the Ancient Ram Inn, I guess in the Ancient Ram Inn you kind of have a bit of a balcony. You kind of get to the top of the stairs, you either turn right into the witch's room or you turn left into the balcony. So I guess that's kind of, yeah. In this one, you get to the top of the stairs and you're kind of just in whatever room they're in now. I think. Oh no, again, it's a 50-50
This is Mary's
split.
room.
Left
So
and right.
she was
Okay.
the one that her family thought she was starting to get possessed, and they thought it was the room that was doing it, so they nailed it shut, and that's this room right here, which is now wide open.
So I assume she was in it when they nailed it shut.
It's so small.
They locked this door with nails.
We gotta remember, it wasn't the room that was haunted, it was just this entity in the house.
They thought by locking it that they were locking it in here.
And that clearly didn't work.
No. Did not work.
It's terrifying.
think we should check out the living room where they perform the botch exorcism. And honestly, I think we just set up some REM pods around the house kind of as a trap.
Yeah, like we'll be in the main living room, but if something anywhere else in the house decides to move around, we'll know where they are.
Oh, that
Is it
just
going
went
off?
Whoa.
It's going off.
What?
It's going off right now. There's
Interesting.
someone standing by the REM pod. Can you move away from it? Can you walk towards me?
That's pretty cool.
If there's still somebody here, can you tap that device? Can you touch it?
Go off.
Weird, dude.
That is weird.
And none of the other REM pods have
Odd.
even made a peep yet. Okay.
Now we have learned
Three REM.
REM pods can be affected by walkie-talkie signals. I find it unlikely there's walkie-talkies here, but there could be neighbouring people using them. I'm not convinced. Again, you kind of need the responsiveness to a REM pod going off, not just the REM pod going off, to try and eliminate that false positive. But, it's solid.
Pods. One in Mike's room, one upstairs on the top of the stairs, and one right here.
I'm so curious just if other ones are going to go off.
We know that you are over in that corner right now. We've been told about dolls being thrown and objects being moved. There's a couple dolls and objects over there. Can you move one of them? Should I just put that wide camera shooting right there at the corner so we know we catch it? We got a camera now, our wide camera, instead of filming us, is just filming the corner with the REM pod. And that was her room, right?
Yeah.
And
It
creepy
was
fucking
Beth's
dolls over
room.
there as well.
That's the room that she would wake up all the time at night and see the lady in white outside of her window.
We're gonna ask you some questions. If this is something sinister, something evil, can you touch that device, that red light, or move one of those objects?
If you're okay with us being here, can you
Nothing
tap
responded.
that device with lights on it?
Once
Yeah.
again, if you're comfortable with us being here, can you touch that red light? What is that noise?
What was
That's
that?
I mean, I just want to point out that we have turned off all the AC, all the heaters. Like, there's nothing on in this house that would cause a breeze or anything like that, or make noises right now.
Can you put your hand and reach out and grab those red lights?
Remember how you made it start flashing?
Try something. I like set up something for it to move. I put a couple ping pong type cat balls on all the
Cool.
drawers and dressers
Again,
to see if
easy,
maybe
light
it'll
to
move
move.
one of those. They're a lot lighter than.
On the principle, which I assume he's about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway, because it's my stream, so fuck it. On the principle that it takes a lot of energy to interact with the physical plane, you're going to want lighter objects for spirits to attempt to move. Things that are easy to move, like ping pong balls, are really solid. Whereas, if I were to put down this obsidian orb that I got off Temu in my ghost hall, which again is a podcast on the Drip Pod, Doody Rhino, youtube.com/Doody Rhino. We did a Temu what £30 will buy you, which most of which is still around me now. That's quite heavy, so if I were to put that down and ask a spirit to move that, it's going to struggle a lot more than it will, say, a very light plastic ball or a ping pong ball, because it's just generally easier to move it because it's lighter, which means it takes less physical interaction, which means it's probably going to be easier for the spirit to do, which means you're more likely to get a response. It also means it's more susceptible to external influences like changes in air pressure or vibration, which again could be a sign of paranormal, could be something else, which is why as investigators you have to kind of pay attention and try and debunk things. So if we're in a location and the ping pong balls, or the cat balls, sorry, has been completely still for like 10 minutes, or has been sat on a table for a couple of minutes and suddenly decides, while nobody's moving in the area, that it wants to start wheeling its way around, then that's a concern. That is a potential paranormal occurrence that we would need to further investigate, try and combine other gear and equipment into one go, try and get responses on EMF at the same time, spikes in EMF while things are being potentially moved, obviously is a solid indicator something's actually happening. It's just one of those things, no evidence should be taken on its own. All evidence you should try and catch as much as possible to really validate something.
And a doll. I just put 3 balls on the tables over there on the dressers. Can you use your energy to move one of those, to grab one of those? One of them is right by the red light you were touching.
Go on.
Do you want to communicate with us?
I feel like that would have been in the intro if that had moved.
Can you let us know where you're at? Can you go up to any of these red lights and touch them?
No.
Oh.
It was like something just flicked a piece of glass over there.
Tapping on the window.
Yeah.
If it's outside.
Ooh, don't like that.
It's creepy. Look for faces.
You want to come into this room? We really want you to knock off one of those balls on the shelf there.
Oh, the temperature alert.
That's weird.
We learn we kind of knew, kind of didn't. It's kind of on me because I should have known because it's my spirit box, and I have the instructions somewhere. I had. See if I can find them actually. That it has a temperature gauge built in, and when there's a sudden change in temperature, it will go off. It at one point went off in the bag when we were walking around Rendlesham, which that might have just been legitimate temperature fluctuation, or because it was in a bag. But then it went off in the I'm trying to remember the name of the places we've been. It went off in the Maid's Head Hotel, where was it the Maid's Head? I think it was the Maid's Head. I'm doubting myself. It went off somewhere. I think it was the Maid's Head. Where have we been since the Maid's Head? It went off somewhere. I remember it going off while we had it on the table, and we couldn't work out why, and there was no logical explanation. But it kind of went off behind the camera, I think.
Just for viewers to know, there's 2 different tones. When it's actually flashing lights, that means electromagnetic energy is being messed with, and when it's just that type of beat, that means there's a temperature fluctuation right next to it. So it's picking up 2 different things, these REM pods. Can you move one of those balls now?
I'd be intrigued to know whether the temperature fluctuation. Why have I? Hello? Am I still live? I think I'm still live. Yeah. My chat disconnected for a second. I'd be tempted to know, I'd be intrigued to find out whether that is a increase in temperature or a decrease in temperature. Because if it's a decrease in temperature, it could be that something is drawing heat from the surrounding area and trying to convert that heat into kinetic energy to move the ball.
Is there really?
What is that?
That sounded like just scuffling on the ground, like actual walking.
Are you out in the kitchen?
Is there someone in the kitchen?
I feel like it's playing this game where it's messing around out here, and the second we start asking about it out there, it makes that go off. So we don't even focus on what's going on in the kitchen or other parts of the house.
That one's going off. That one's going off.
Mike's going off.
Exactly what he just said has just happened. That's
Oh
movement
my
on that
god,
one as
dude.
well.
Yo, it's full on going off right now.
Yeah.
Right when we heard scuffling from the kitchen.
Oh,
Like that.
my.
It wasn't like that just randomly went off.
And this hasn't gone off at all night.
Not even the temperature. Nothing has made a noise outside of the one in the room we were just in. Dude, whatever's in there is just standing on top of it, not moving.
Who's ever there, can you please step away from the REM pod?
Good. Interactive, intelligent response. No?
Mike, is that you? I mean, do we turn it off and turn it back on?
Try it.
Maybe it's faulty.
Zero out the REM. It's zeroed out now, back to a baseline, so whatever is making it go off is gonna have to get even closer.
What's that?
I find it weird that you just turned that one off and now this one's going off.
Seriously?
No, that
Just
was
temperature, but it's weird.
Can you make this one go off?
That is a weird point though, Tanner. Like, second it stops over there and we zero it out, it jumps over here, and now it starts going off.
Like it's literally playing a game with us.
The only place it hasn't been is upstairs, the REM pod upstairs.
You guys want to try the spirit box?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to do it here?
Always.
We might as well try it here, ask some more questions, and see if we can actually get voices to come through.
So I'm going to turn on the spirit box right now.
So I know, obviously, we love the Estes method. I'm a big fan of the Estes method. It works really well. You get some good correspondence, response, intelligent interaction. Sorry. Yeah, it's really, really enjoyable. But with this, I am curious whether we should do some more out loud spirit box. Oh, I don't know why I'm so tired. I do. It's Friday. Been at work all week. Happens. Whether we should do some more out loud spirit box, because, and my thought process is, obviously, you, the viewer, will be able to hear it. Has my camera moved slightly? Let me just adjust my camera. I feel like. There we go. Because you, the viewer, will be able to hear the responses. You'll be able to hear a noise, and within that, the responses we hear. At the end of the last 30 East Drive video, we did do an out loud spirit box, which I think kind of worked. I think maybe we integrate a few more out loud spirit box sessions throughout investigations, just to. The Estes method's great, and as someone who has been in the Estes method and is there for the Estes method, I know it's legit and I know it works. I can, however, see from a skeptical point of view, as a viewer, you are relying on trusting us, which hopefully you do. We are very trustworthy. When we have the headphones on and have the Estes or have the spirit box playing through them, you can't hear anything. Like, they're noise cancelling headphones, and you can normally hear the spirit box blaring out through the headphones. That is all you hear. You do not hear the surrounding area. So, obviously, there is a level of trust there. And I think we've earned that trust. We are, I think, reliable. We are trustworthy. You know, we don't fake things. We try and explain things logically as they happen to us. And I think we've earned that level of trust over our investigations. However, new people coming in who aren't familiar with us do not have that bond. I think potentially playing the Estes method, also the spirit box, out loud through a speaker, it's probably not a bad idea. You know, it gives, like we say, it gives that bit of extra noise. You can actually hear, you can listen along for things that we potentially miss. If there's things we can't quite make out, you might be able to get a better understanding of it, but you also know what we're hearing again, the Estes methods are definitely staying. They are one of my favourite bits of investigative technique that we use. I very much love those. But yeah, I think potentially try some out loud spirit boxes.
The device will just scan the radio frequencies. It's believed that spirits can use these frequencies to come through with their voice, talk to us, even give this a little more credibility too. We are in the middle of nowhere right now, so there really shouldn't be much coming through. I'm going to turn this on.
Now, in SB7 mode.
Is there somebody here? Can you talk to us through this? Hello.
So they go antenna out, which is good. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a bunged up nose and throat at the moment. Benefits of having COVID recently. Yeah, so they've got the antenna out, which is good because we have the antenna out normally. Like you said, they're in the middle of nowhere, so it shouldn't pick up any anomalous radio frequencies. So, the fuck was that voice?
Hello.
Can you tell us your name?
Where are you in the house right now?
How many people are here?
Is there something that you want to tell us?
Something at home.
I thought I heard at home as well.
Yeah, something at home.
Whose home is this?
I don't know what that said.
Is what the Everett brothers did on this property true? Did the Everett brothers murder people on this property?
I
don't know what that was. Male voice.
Dude, I feel like a cold breeze going against the bottom of my legs right now.
Whoa, and temperature's changing on the REM pod. Right when you say that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to know about us?
Don't move.
Don't move. Why shouldn't we move? Why was there an exorcism done on this property?
Left them?
Left them is what I heard.
You said left them. Who did you leave? What are you talking about?
Left them locked in the room upstairs.
What happened after the exorcism was done?
Whoa.
I heard is our something. What is it that's so evil and malevolent on this property? Dead.
And that,
What was the
The
last
dead are
name of
pretty
the
evil and
family that lived here for so long?
It was.
Yeah. What was it? What was their last name? It starts with a D.
Do you know what's out in the forest right now?
Something here.
Yeah, I think I heard in here.
In here, you said like what's in the forest. It almost is like it's in here. It's not outside right now. What do you think about the idea of one of us or some of us going outside?
this is a good Estes. Spirit box.
Is it not a good idea?
If some of us go walk the 10 acres of property, what will happen to us? You want to try to move up to Mary's room?
Yeah, I think so.
Just because that's the room where the door was locked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just walk upstairs with this still on. Maybe by moving it'll stir it up. Going up.
It did tell them not to move, so it's going to be interesting to see if it references that at all. Why am I
We're upstairs
suddenly
now.
so quiet?
Do you want to give us your name?
Yeah, it did tell them not to move, so it'll be interesting to see if it references telling them not to move, followed by them moving.
Relax. Dude, lay on the bed.
I just said relax.
Yeah, lay on the bed. Relax.
I took that as more you've asked several times now. Chill out.
Are you in here with me?
He does not look
so
very
evil
relaxed.
in here that they had to lock the door shut.
So I know I've got it very loud at the moment, so I apologise if it's quite loud in terms of the video. But given that it's ecstasy things and we need to be listening for voices and vocal tones, it's going to be loud for a bit. So if you can't handle that, turn it down a bit on your end, because I need to be able to hear it.
Keep the door shut? Keep the door
That's
shut? Door
terrifying.
shut for sure.
One of you with a camera go
Can you shut the
inside
door?
and close the door.
Are you in this room right now? Why won't you give us your name?
Oh, come on, that was obvious. Somebody with a camera go in and close the door.
I don't feel good in here. I really
No, don't miss that opportunity. They told you to close the door.
Evil? I'm evil!
Okay, that was fine.
Are you evil? What do you want to do to us? If you're evil, you must have a lot of energy to give. Can you move something? Move one of these dolls?
Oh, okay.
Please jump. Please jump?
Hold on, somebody's walking downstairs.
The REM pod's going off. The REM pod.
Stay upstairs.
It's going off again in Michael's room.
Michael's room? Let's go.
We don't need.
What's happening?
It's this one.
What is it doing?
Wait.
What does that mean?
Just stopped.
We don't
Yeah,
need
that
to
thing
all
is
run downstairs
completely
to see
drained,
that it's
dude.
going off.
Can't
We
even,
know it's going off.
It's
Wait, you just witnessed this getting drained.
Yeah.
Like, it was just going off.
yeah, like, dude, when you walked in, it was on.
It was on and it was going off, and the weird thing was is like it was blinking all different lights. It was almost triggering every single part of the REM pod.
Brand
Are
new
we sure
batteries
that's not-
on all of these devices?
And you guys realize
I'm not distrusting them, and I do not have the authority or knowledge to contradict. But how does a REM pod let you know it has low battery? When the battery gets low, I've just googled it. Where's it gone? I've clicked in the page now. I've lost it. Give me a second. 9 volt. 9 volt. Sorry, there's a lot of writing on this article. The instruction manual. Okay. Please always use fresh batteries during your investigation. When a battery needs to be changed, the REM pod green LED will start to fluctuate randomly. And that's the green LED will start to fluctuate randomly. What was theirs doing? Because we had a daytime shot.
what is it doing?
Let's have a look. That's definitely not green or random.
Just
that
stop.
was
Yeah,
rhythmic.
that thing is
Although
completely drained.
Yeah, no,
even,
that was too
like,
rhythmic to be considered random.
Wait, you just witnessed this getting drained.
fine.
Like, it was just going off.
Yeah, like,
Not
dude,
low
when you
battery,
walked
then.
in, it was on.
It was on and it was going off, and the weird thing was like it was blinking all different lights. It was almost triggering every single part of the REM pod.
Brand new batteries on all of these devices.
And you guys realize, like, what made us turn that down is I was hearing noises downstairs.
Yeah, and you didn't even describe beeping. You heard like genuine movement.
Yes.
The last thing we were
Footsteps.
getting up there was something about evil. What we know about the paranormal,
Yeah,
if
go
this
back
thing
up.
did just drain that battery, it has energy now to give.
It's a good point.
Like it's about to do something or move something.
Literally what I was just about to ask.
Well, that's good. That's good. We've still got 20 minutes left of this.
All right, what is up, guys? Sorry for the interrupt. Join it.
Yeah, don't interrupt.
If you want
I'm
to
not
click
watching
it
your
away.
adverts.
Batteries took a little bit of a breather. Since there is a lot happening on the property, it seems
Big
like.
fan. Not watching them adverts.
I do think we should probably split 2 and 2. Have 2 people stay in the house and 2 people go explore the property.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just gonna be me and you.
Oh.
Don't even worry about it. We're going outside.
Oh, that's not good.
I know it's freezing.
I don't feel safe going outside right now. I feel actually almost worse.
No, definitely not. So I do think we should go check
Moth
that out.
has
And
intruded
then Tanner
upon
and
my
Chelsea,
stream.
That's us.
you guys got this entire.
Give me 1 second. Missed it.
house to yourselves for a while.
Oh, gosh.
I'm like curious though, like I feel like this whole night's been active, but it's a small house. There's been 4.
What was that?
Is that you?
No.
The boom?
Was
No.
that? Was that inside or out?
Weird. Been active, but it's a small house. There's been 4.
Is that you?
No.
Been active, but it's a small house. There's been 4.
Is that you?
Weird though. I was
Yeah.
literally in the middle of saying like maybe some of the spirits here aren't willing to show themselves as much because we're all so close and it's almost intimidating. But this will be interesting to see what
I mean,
happens
the
to you two
logical-
in here.
Logical step is 2 people stay inside, 1 stays down, 1 goes up.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Put them all in. Cheers.
Logic
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean smart.
Good
Can
luck,
we
everyone.
not smash
Alright.
the really expensive cameras, please?
Should we go try to
I'm jealous I
get
don't have
closer
one
to
of those, and now they're just smacking them about for fun.
pond
Yes.
and check it out?
Let's do it.
Alright.
Got the thermal. I will let you
Okay,
know.
okay. Love that. What sort of
Oh, whoa,
animal
whoa,
is
whoa. There's something.
There's 2 somethings.
it?
Oh,
Deer?
those are definitely animals.
That's definitely like a deer, right?
I think it's a deer, but there's
Big
2 of
enough to
them.
be a deer.
Oh, it's definitely a deer. I see it.
Okay, actual deers.
Deer.
Okay.
Where the hell is this pond?
Are they
Where is
deers
the
or are
pond?
they half
Oh, is
human
this over
hybrids?
Is this the pond?
Yeah.
I'll follow you.
Right over here.
Damn.
They did look like grazing
This
deer, to
land
be
just
fair.
like gives me the
I'm
creeps.
familiar with grazing deer. We have a lot of grazing deer in and around Plymouth, specifically at my place of work. We see a lot of deer, is what I'm saying. I'm sure you can agree.
Hello?
It's a proper flare camera, like handheld.
Anything out here? I mean, people here chanting
Which
out here.
records locally to the camera, which means the one that we recently watched. Okay, that's added context to my head for something else.
Native
that
American
hasn't out yet.
apparitions. They see the lady in white.
And I think the scariest thing that people see is these humanoid animal hybrids.
Yeah,
that's
that's
pure
scary.
elemental demonic.
100%.
I feel like we should like venture into the woods.
There is
You want to?
there is a part 2 of this, which I will not be watching this evening, but there is a part 2 that will be on at some point. I might watch that tomorrow night or Sunday. But yeah, this is
I mean,
a
I don't
2-part.
want to,
Most
but
of the
I feel like
investigations
that's
are.
what's going to be the scariest part.
Yeah, let's try to find a trail or something.
Yeah. Oh, so creepy, dude.
It's really freaky.
What's that?
Oh, whoa. What is
Something?
that?
Is that an orb?
What is that?
What is it?
What the hell, dude? It's just like a ball.
It's an anomalous
It's
orb
not
of
showing up.
light.
I don't
of
see it.
heat.
It's disappearing.
Dude,
What? It was right there. You see that little tiny ball now? Like it's just a little heat
Is that a
signature
rabbit?
now. I think that's right where it was, but it's gone. Okay, that was not an animal.
What was that then?
Dude, it's really freaky.
Oh, whoa. What is that? What is that?
What the fuck is that? I can't believe
The hell, dude? It's just like a ball.
It's not showing up. I don't see it.
It's disappearing.
White light is that super... Is that super hot?
What the hell, dude? It's just like a ball.
What does that mean? Is that super hot?
It's not showing up. I don't see it.
Super hot,
It's disappearing.
Blue's
Dude,
cold.
what? It was right
Yellow,
there.
white's hot.
You see that little tiny ball now? Like, it's just a little heat
That was
signature now.
Similar in
I think
colour, and shape to the deer. Yeah, possibly like a ball of heat. So yeah, maybe a rabbit. That's what I was thinking. What else could it be? Can't think of anything else. I'm thinking, yeah, something rabbity.
That's right where it was, but it's gone.
Something that may have then burrowed into the
that was
ground,
not
which is
an
why they
animal.
can't see it.
I feel like if that was an animal,
They
we
might
would have
debunk
seen it like
They
running.
might wander over.
It just disappeared.
That is true. It was very
Let's go over there.
round and static.
Hello?
Definitely, like, not super far.
No, dude, I still don't see it. It was like right over here somewhere. Right at the edge of the woods.
Wasn't that stump? Nothing?
Nothing. I feel like if it was an animal too, like we would have seen it again.
Be able to pick up on it.
At least seen something a little more distinct. Like if it was a deer, you'd see it. You'd know that. Hello?
Odd.
Is there somebody over here? We're here on the property. We've been told that something will scare us out. So far, nothing again on thermal.
Is that the house? What's happening in the house?
I feel like for Alex's wrath, I feel like it could be worse.
I know, we'd be stuck with him.
Exactly. Can't see anything. This is so sketchy. I genuinely can't see anything right now.
This is literally what we're able to see. It's pitch black.
That is dark.
Dude, I would not want to be outside right now, but I also can say that I don't really want to be inside either.
Yeah, there's not a good spot in the slightest.
Yeah, no, there's no positive.
If there's
outcome.
anybody here with us, we'd like to talk to you. Where would you like to talk? Can you let us know where to go?
Yes, tell them.
I'm so uncomfortable. Can I just remind everyone that we are standing in the room where the exorcism took place?
Yeah, and it didn't work. Oh, you literally just started talking about the exorcism, and that started going off. Chels, do you not like us talking about the exorcism? Does that frustrate you? That's actually really bizarre, Chelsea. We just started talking about the exorcism and how it didn't work, and then that REM pod goes off.
Again. Okay. On cue. Okay, that's good.
Okay,
Stop.
what is actually happening?
I don't know, but like every time we like mention the E word, it goes off. I just have a really weird feeling about everything all of a sudden.
Do it again.
Is there something we should be nervous about? Is there any warning you have for us?
Say the word.
We have 3 REM pods.
Say
Can
the
you
word.
touch one of them and let us know where you'd like us to go? Can you make a noise for us?
Say the word. No, ask about the exorcism.
All right, after you.
And then I can say
dude,
it.
this
Stop
is
there.
creepy.
Whoa, yeah, that's a creepy trail.
Okay, I think
No.
we found our spot.
Yeah, let's go up here and try some gear. Look at this.
I'm gonna go off IR just to show you this with my flashlight. This is what we're walking into right now.
fuck.
It's just, at the end of it, it's...
I can't tell you how much I would die. No. I mean, that is basically what we were walking around in Rendlesham at various points, was just like weird, completely dark off-road like that with just torches. Why have I pressed a button on the wrong screen? Hang on.
Just swallowed by darkness.
And then they turned that off. Oh no, they didn't.
So I'm just gonna keep my eyes locked on the thermal.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled.
Keep
Oh
going.
my god.
What?
Look at this.
Oh,
I don't like that.
What is this?
Why is there a
I'm going
chair?
off IR for a second.
Why?
I mean, honestly, this looks
Why?
like peace offerings to the
Unnecessary.
Native Americans.
Yeah, that does look like that.
does,
Even though
actually.
it's probably a good thing, it looks creepy.
Yeah, dude.
I've got dream catchers up there. You can't see them, but they are there.
Okay, let me do a little pan of the
Can you see
woods.
them? Is this going to work? Let's find out. Wait. Oh, we're panning. We're continuing to pan. Pan successful. Dreamcatcher. Ghostbusters license plate. Signed picture of Nick Groff. All the fun stuff. And we're coming back down. Is that about where I was? I think that's about right. Okay. Nick Groff actually
I think we should try
Nick Groff
doing
has
some
done
gear.
several investigations of the Hinsdale House and surrounding areas that are on YouTube, so I might add those to my watch list.
You're out here, right in the thick of the woods. Right now, I'm holding the PS device. We're gonna use this out here in the woods. This is a device that has a word database inside of it. It's believed spirits can choose words, pick words, and communicate with us. We're gonna see if we can talk with whatever people see out here. We could be dealing with Native American spirits, could be dealing with victims of the Everett brothers, or on the flip side, we could be dealing with something non-human, demonic or elemental. If there's anyone out here and you can hear my voice and our voices, we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to know who's out here with us. We'd love to know who's out here.
Is there anyone that wants to communicate with us?
Is. There is. Water.
Do you want us to go back by the pond?
No.
Oh, it was
Really fast.
Are we safe out here?
Stay.
Stay?
Shot.
Someone was shot?
Are we talking to one of the brothers that was shot out here?
Oh yeah, because there was
Shotgun.
two brothers who had gotten in a fight over religious beliefs, and then one of them shot one with a shotgun. Out in the woods, right?
Yeah.
There is also.
Is this where that took
Speaking of
place?
shot,
One with the shotgun.
there was a bow directly over his left shoulder, which would correlate with the word shot,
Out in the woods, right?
Yeah. Is this where that
but
took
also the
place?
shotgun. Probably more likely.
Should we go upstairs and try to guess this method up there?
I guess so.
Do you want to go under, or do you want me to go under?
I can go under, but you have to promise that you're not leaving.
I won't do that because I wouldn't want anyone doing that to me.
Reasonable.
Just me.
The fear of the Estes method. You can't see.
Alright, so I'm
You can't hear. There is a solid chance the people you're with have just fuck off and you come out of the Estes method and they've gone.
putting these on or doing the Estes method. If there's anything here with us, you can use this device to speak to us. Dude, I cannot even hear my own thoughts.
But now Chelsea is in the room that was boarded up because they thought something evil was in there. She's doing the SS method and I am out in the other bedroom. Is there anyone here with us? What happened in this room?
War.
War? Who's still here with us?
Fits the Native Americans. Also, war. War also fits the religious battle between the priest, Baptist, what's the word? Demony, exorcist, fuck me. Between the exorcist and the potential demon. The war between good and evil, heaven and hell, etc. That's quite a common stereotype, the ongoing war.
Are we talking to Mary? Or are we talking to something else?
Good question.
Whoa.
What'd you hear?
What did it say?
Whoa.
What did it say?
Like everything just cut out and then something was said in a male voice that I don't know what it was.
Why was this boarded up? Why was this door locked?
Good question.
Why did the Dandy family not want this door open?
They tried.
They tried to what?
So banish the demon?
They tried to stop you?
Personal highlight of my of me, personal, Jesus Christ, words. My personal highlight of investigations is trying to piece together the responses from Estes methods, EVP sessions, Ouija boards, try and work out the meaning of the words that are said. I am caught on a cable. 1 second. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Hang on. Fighting with a cable. There we go.
Are we talking to something evil right now?
I'm alive.
I'm alive? I just got chills through my body. I don't know what that means. The REM pod's going off. I don't know if I was going to be able to hear it.
I'm here.
Oh, I don't like this, Chels. And the REM pod just
terrifying.
stopped. Chelsea just said, I am alive. The REM pod started going off, and then it stopped, and now it said, I'm here.
Something about playing.
Playing? Who's here?
You don't know where you are. I have no idea what that means.
Are you saying that we shouldn't be here?
If I were the only person in this room, in this house, asking questions, not the person in the headphones, the person who has context to everything happening, I'd be shitting myself. If I was in the Estes method, I think I'd be okay. If I was the person asking the questions...
So we are underestimating this place?
You're right.
You're right.
Okay.
What's gonna happen to us if we stay the entire night?
Can you help?
What can we help you with? We mean no harm. We'd love to help. We've heard there's been horrible things that happen on this property and in this house. Do you want us to share your story, or is there something else going on?
Beware.
What should we be aware of?
Very threatening.
It's like nothing coming through right now.
Right now we're standing next to this tree with all these offerings to the Native American spirits. What's so evil that's haunting this property? We've been trying all night to get an answer on what it is that's so dark. Is there anyone out here who can tell us what's on this property that's so bad? Else?
Something else?
Like something else?
Reveal.
Reveal.
I'm gonna pan around for a second.
Murder.
Dude.
Secret.
Secret?
My walkie just started glitching too. Ask.
Dude.
What's the secret?
So they do have walkie-talkies, which we've learnt can potentially set off REM pods. I'm assuming they haven't had these all night and they've only had them since they've gone outside for safety purposes. So, I want to say, if I was going to guess, I reckon they'd be directly above. So maybe a 10, 15 max meter radius, which I'd guess they're further away from now.
Oh my god, right behind us! That was loud.
What was that?
That sounded like something huge just stepped on a branch.
Is there something out here?
That was a loud branch
anything
snap
non-thermal.
in the distance.
I literally thought we were about to see like a deer or something big behind us. Did someone just try to rush up behind us?
Demon.
Demon!
Oh,
shit.
No! Was that you trying to come up?
Fuck. In the nicest way possible, no. I would be running, I'd be getting in the car, and I'd be leaving. I don't think there is anything, given that context, that could make me stay.
Up behind us, demon.
Dude, I'm really scared up here.
I'd be gone. I'd have bolted.
Are you a demon? Can you confirm that you're a demon one more time with another word like that?
This place is like coming at us from all angles with like everything that happened in the forest so far.
What?
Satan! Satan, dude! I just asked for another word, just to confirm.
No, absolutely fucking not. No. I would be fucking gone. I'd be a puddle of piss on the floor. I'd be in tears.
Hope we should be in the woods.
I would be curled up in a ball, crying, shitting myself. Which apparently is a good defense against a bear. I don't know what it does against a demon, but we'll find out. No, I wouldn't be. No.
Right now.
What are the chances it says demon after what we heard, and then I ask for another confirming word that you are a demon, and then it says Satan? Are we talking to this demon, or are you warning us? Is this someone warning us?
Girl.
Girl?
The woman in white?
Is this the woman in white people have seen out here?
Is the woman in white... Okay, some speculation time. Is the woman in white Mary, the girl who was allegedly possessed by a demon whose spirit is continuing to combat the demons and is trying to warn them that there is a demon working on behalf of Satan in the surrounding area? Just seems convenient to me. I know back then everyone did, but Mary is a biblical name. Obviously the Virgin Mary. Widely considered to be the mother of Jesus, associated with the positive God, positive side of religion. Obviously Satan, considered to be fairly negative, I would say. I don't think he's got a great reputation. Demons generally are servants of Satan, so...
What is this demon thing? How did it come here? How did it get here? Entered. What? These are like instant responses.
Entered what?
Did it come through the vortex, the portal that's here? How did the demon get here? What drew
that entity here?
Hell.
It just said hell. No joke, it said hell. And symbols. What drew it here? Symbols? Hell?
Symbols?
Maybe someone did something.
Dude, someone must have
Someone summoned a demon.
conjured this thing here.
That was back to back again. Hell. Symbols.
Who did it? Who did the symbols and drew this thing here?
Okay, I genuinely feel like we need to like go through this together because some of the stuff I was hearing, I like couldn't figure out what it was, so I didn't say it, but there was a lot more there.
Right.
Let's go out
Now,
loud, yes.
in SB7 mode.
Can you tell us who you are?
You're telling us to beware of something. What should we be aware of? Do you have a warning for us?
Dude, like nothing's coming through.
Dude, we were getting so many different responses in that room right there.
After it said beware, it's like nothing's on here anymore. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, like, will not What? Who's that?
Walkie.
Yo, are you guys trying to talk to us?
What?
No.
They did just walkie and the REM pod didn't go off as well.
No, we did not.
I'm not trying to talk to you. The walkie hasn't even moved.
Dude, I was gonna tell you, we were inquiring about this, like what brought a demon here? Like why would there even be a demon here? How did it come here? And then it said hell and then symbols.
Like, do you think that
Maybe those brothers did some weird ritual or some satanic thing?
Serial killer brothers sound like the sort of people that would potentially be making human sacrifices to the devil. If I was gonna guess, they would be my top pick for who would be causing that.
Like we don't know who or what did it, but that was like the interpretation is like someone at some point in history maybe did some sort of a ritual
here on the land or something?
But we don't know. We're just freaking out.
So I
I think me and Chelsea just figured out something. Every time we say the E word, the REM pod goes off.
in the room where
Evil?
the E thing happened. Evil?
I'm not the other one. Don't say it. The one where there's a bad thing and the priest tries to make him
Go away. I don't know. I don't want to say the word.
Exorcism.
Oh god, dude.
Exorcism.
You son of a bitch.
It went off! We'll get on tape.
Okay, yeah, that.
Dude, Dakota literally said it through a walkie and it went off.
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Were you not right behind me the whole time?
No. Why?
I thought you were right behind me the whole entire time. Like,
Dude, this just turned on! This turned on by itself!
what did? What?
This literally turned on! Okay, what just happened?
Okay, quite literally, I thought when we heard the REM pod go off, I went down to get it on camera. I could have sworn I was hearing footsteps behind me, and I thought you were behind me while I was filming. So when I turned around and you weren't there, I was freaking out. And then as I come up here, you're saying that turned on by itself.
I'm not kidding you, unless if I bumped it, but the fact, like, that you said that, and then this turned on, like, it just was, like, uncanny.
Did they actually turn it off, or did they lower the volume? Because I'm sure when they turn it on, it does the whole SB7 mode enabled voice thing.
I mean, I feel like I'm either psyching myself out or something creepy is going on here.
Something's creepy's happening. It's not a coincidence.
Whatever it is, it's like just starting to get intense.
Which means she might have just knocked the volume switch to turn it back up. Because it didn't do the PSB7 mode enabled thing.
Okay, well, nothing else came through on
3
this
minutes.
that whole time. Let's go back to them.
Yeah, let's go meet up with them and see how it went.
Okay, we're gonna turn on this device one last time. If there's somebody or something here, you can use this device to talk with us. We're gonna give you the floor. We're not even gonna ask any questions.
I assume this is going to end with them shitting them up.
Hey, we're back!
I knew it!
We're back.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
We just came in.
Holy God.
Probably could have been a little quiet.
Probably a little bit quieter.
Just like literally put I was like, you go get him!
I sort of respect the fact he kind of, camera in hand, entered a fighting stance. I mean, loosely. That or he's kind of riding an invisible horse. I don't actually know which, but he sort of galloped towards the danger.
You guys!
Can we get a little warning before you just break into the house?
Broke my wrist pushing Tanner. Craziest thing ever. So we were doing Estes and it was weird because they were like all over the place. But then like one of the last words was just beware and then nothing.
The living room, Beth's room, that REM pod goes off every single time the E word gets said.
Where that E word happened.
Yes.
Exactly. Even when you said it over the walkie,
It went
boom,
off.
it went off.
Way.
I swear.
Say it now.
Okay, that's so creepy.
That is really weird.
Right when we got out there,
Try
we
it one more
saw
time.
this
Oh.
weird ball of heat in the woods. This was
Yeah,
just like almost
don't know
like
what that
a
was.
perfect ball by the time we got to the edge.
It was very spherical, which makes me think that it... I mean, my immediate thought is still rabbit, but it was very spherical.
The tree line, it was gone. Really weird. Definitely need to take the trail once you guys go out there at some point.
Wait, what do you
Wait,
mean?
we're going outside?
out there?
I feel like we should switch
Yeah,
it
they
up.
said
That'll have to
okay.
probably be part 2 though, because I think we're about to wrap up part 1 of this video.
We were just talking about how we're so glad we're not out there.
That we don't have to go out there.
Dude, wait till you see it. The outside the property like is so eerie. It literally is Blair Witch type woods.
100%.
Fantastic.
All right, so this would be the time where we would be sleeping alone, but we are not going to be doing that tonight. We're going to keep exploring. I feel like it is just starting to ramp up, so we're going to be up the entire rest of the night. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Comment below where you found the rubber duck. It's only hidden in
I
here
always
one
forget to
time.
look for
It's
the
in
rubber
one
duck.
place. So make sure you comment down below where you found it, if you found it, and if not, go rewatch this from the beginning. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's keep going.
Okay. Ooh, that looks good. That's part 2 there. It's 50 minutes, so I'm not going to watch it now because I am going to go to bed. I'm not centered anymore since I moved my camera. That's better. There we go. Okay, I fucked the camera up. Good. So we're back. Yeah. No, looking forward to part 2 of that. Part 1 was really good. Enjoyed that. They got some really cool stuff. Bit weird. A few good things. A few really weird things. REM pods going off at the word exorcism was a bit odd. Generally, not sure. I like the location. Really like the house. The woods can fuck right off. Not a fan of that. I was going to ask, would you rather... would you rather be in the woods, exploring, investigating, or in the house, exploring, investigating? Let me know in the comments on my headphones are falling off, in the YouTube version of the podcast. I personally would pick in the house. Although it's easier to run if you're outside. In the house didn't seem to have as many demons in it though. So I'm going to end the stream there. So thank you all for joining me, and I will be back soon for part 2. So I'll catch you all later. See ya.